Hi everyone, it's Denise. I thank you for joining me. I wanted to show you today I'm doing hydroponics. I'm setting up a second bin. I started this one in September, and I brought in some herbs from outside, and I've actually started trying to do some lettuce. The leaves are coming out really nicely, but as you can see it's very flimsy, and I think it's because I only have the water in here. So now I'm going to install an air pump so that it actually gives it a flow of air to hopefully then my lettuce will look much better. So how I'm setting this up is I've used the bins. I've drilled a hole in the bin at both sides because I can then join another bin should I wish to. So what I've done is I purchased this at PetSmart. It's just a little two-prong air pump. And I went ahead and you use the black hosing because you don't want any sunlight whatsoever when you're doing your hydroponics. So all I've done is I purchased a roll of it, and then I'm cutting it to size. This one here I've just inserted on the pin that's here. I'm going to put it in this bin. And now this second prong, I went ahead, I should have showed you before, but I went ahead and I've cut a smaller piece and I've attached a splitter where the air is going to come out of the two hoses instead of one, because I do want to put a third bin. So now I'm just going to show you that I've attached, I went ahead and put it through the hole that I drilled, and this will be sitting down here. And I have the aerator that I've purchased that now sits in the bottom of this bin, and we're going to go ahead and fill it up, and then we're going to put the plants on top of it. Okay, so as you can see now we've went ahead and filled up the bin, and I just wanted to quickly show you that the top of this, what I've done is I've taken a drill with the 1-inch attachment to do the holes. So I just kind of measured them and went ahead with the drill and just did my holes so that they would actually be able to support the pods. And so now the pods, and I've fit in, and as you can see in the water, you want to have water, you don't see it too well, but you want the water to just be able to touch the bottom. As you can see, it's touching, and that's where your root system will grow. Alright, so as you can see now we've set up the air pump, and here I want you to make sure that the hose is onto the side, so that once you start filling up with your net pods, that the hose won't be in the way, so everything's ready now to be filled. Okay, so here we have a spicy Italian lettuce mixture that I've planted. I always go ahead and put, like you saw when I did the seedlings for the tomatoes, always make sure you have my little papers. It's just to know. So here I had 5 plants, but 3 came out. And now because once they have their starter leaves, these are the starters, it's too small to go ahead and put in the pods. So you always want to let it grow 2 to 3 extra leaves, which now these are ready. So we're going to go ahead and take them out, remove and rinse all of the soil off, and then we're going to go ahead and put them in our pods. So here I have the lettuce, and here is collard Georgia Southern collards that I've put in. I put 3 of them, and the 3 of them came out. So we're going to go ahead and plant those as well. And a very, very tiny little basil that came out, so I'm going to plant that as well. Okay, so here we are at the sink. I'm going to remove some of the dirt. You want to just fluff it up. You don't want to damage the root system. And the roots are going to be quite tall and tangled up, so you just want to start by just kind of like getting as much of the dirt off. This one doesn't have much of a root system, as you can see, but this is all the dirt that you want to remove from it. So we're going to go ahead, and all you do is gentle water, and you're just removing all of the dirt. So just roll it around. Try not to damage the root system. You're just gently moving it and washing it all off. Okay, so I'm done rinsing all of the root system, and I just wanted to show you how these 3 plants were all planted at the same time, and yet the root system is completely different on all 3 of them. This was dominant compared to the others, but they'll all grow fine, so I'll show you next how to plant them in the pots. Alright, so I went ahead and fed the root system through the bottom so that it comes out so it'll be able to sit in the water. Now when I'm putting this, I'm holding it with my fingers, and I want to make sure to not leave it down too much, because then your clay pebbles that go in, you don't want to cover the root, the leaf system that's coming out here. It doesn't matter if you put your 2 starter leaves under the rocks, but any plants you want to make sure that you're about this height. So now we're going to go ahead and fill it up, and when you're doing this you want to be careful not to hurt the rooting system, and you just go ahead and fill it. As you can see, now we're done filling it up with the pebbles, and now it's ready with the root system to go into the water. So now it's already touching the water, so you just put it in gently, and now we're just going to fill up all of them. So now my lettuce is ready to grow nice and tall, and as you can see, I've started, like the starter leaves are already in the pebble, and I've still left this part, so I'm hoping everything will grow nice and strong. Okay, as you can see, I've planted all of the collards, the 3 collards greens, which I've placed on the outer edge because they grow so big. My lettuce is here in the middle, and all the holes I've plugged them up to make sure that no sun can go inside my bin. You don't want the water to be exposed to any sun, so whenever I don't have plants there, just fill up a pod, put your pebbles in it, and that way it just stops the sun from going in. Now that we're ready and we've already planted everything, now I'm going to give them some vegetative formula to help the vegetation grow. So all I do is you just follow the instructions, and you just go ahead, lift one of the pods, and what you're going to do is just inject it in the water, and that's it. Now they have some food to help them grow, and please subscribe if you want to see more. Next week we're going to make another video to show you how much all of this grew. And also, as you can see, I was a little rough here and broke one of the leaves, so I think I'm going to have that. I'm going to add it to my salad. Have a good week.